haciendo cosas que solamente yo te diría, no se te ocurra.
This is what life is about. Out in the sun, 100-foot super yacht, smoking a cigar, beautiful girlfriend. Cheers. Cheers. Life could be worse. Yes guys, welcome to today's episode. So I'm here in the Palm Jumeirah and I'm on a 100-foot super yacht. So come with me while we do a nice networking event, meeting with friends, and of course having a bit of fun. Right, so we're on the top deck at the moment. As you can see, everyone's relaxing, having a little couple of drinks. Let me show you around the top deck. This is Lewis, who invited us on today. How are we? We're going to be doing a lot of business together, but we're going to get onto that later. So I'm just going to show you around. There's a nice seating area there. My mate James sat down. They're just setting up now the food. So they've got the chef on board, providing a beautiful three-course meal. And as you can see, the size of this deck's enormous. They've got a bar area. And of course this is where the captain sits. They won't let me drive it, unfortunately. If you just come to the back end, so they've got a DJ set up here. He's not here yet, but they're going to be playing a bit of music, so I thought we'll get the footage in now before it all gets too loud. There's my brother pretending to do some work when we know he's doing fucking nothing. Closing deals, and then just have a look here so you can see it goes on to Emar Beachfront. So them apartments over there, people were buying in. I think they've probably come down a little bit now, but I reckon they're at least 2 to 3x the value when the initial off plans were released. So the amount of people who get in early on these developments with us in other areas that we're now showcasing are making an absolute fortune. So I'm going to take you downstairs now. You can see some of the chefs bringing the food on here, and have a look at this seating area. It's absolutely enormous. So, you know, when you think about wealth, there's yachts and then there's super yachts. This thing is absolutely massive. It's like a 3-4 bedroom detached house floating in the sea. It's amazing. So, I'm going to take you inside. Am I? There we go. Come in and check out the lounge. Have a look at this. So this is absolutely amazing. You've got the flat screen TV integrated. I'm going to shut the door behind you. Keep that air conditioned in. Beautifully decorated Hermes pillows, and as you can see, you could sit 12, 13 people in here, no problem. And a dining area, look at this. So you can have an enormous banquet here, floating in the middle of the sea. This is really what wealth looks like. And when you're talking about yachts, super yachts are a different league. Right, now I'm going to take you to the front of the boat. Have you seen a decking area on the front of the boat? Look how many people you could lie on the front of this boat. The floor's getting very hot. It's about 40 degrees out here. Have a look at that view. So my question is, how much do you think that this super yacht costs? How much do you think this super yacht costs? Put it in the comments. It's a 100-foot super yacht and it's pretty special. As far as I'm concerned, trading is a scam, or was a scam. Before I come to Dubai, my only income was real estate, was the business, but I do believe in multiple income streams. My eyes were open, obviously. My friend here, James, he runs a really successful, effectively, it's like a copy trading school, is that right?
Correct.
And for me, I got involved. Obviously, we knew each other socially, and as I saw it unfold, I started realizing that not having to know about trading, but actually allowing it to give me a residual income and a regular income every month became very appealing to me. Like last month, I hit well over kind of 20K, which just paid for my bills, paid for a few different things. And for me, that was thanks to James. So James, for those that probably are skeptical about it or haven't got the money to deploy in real estate now, what would you say to them?
Yeah, so look, we run a trading community which gives our members the opportunity to copy and paste trades from experts. So we have a team of expert traders. It's beginner friendly, anyone can get involved. And what is unique about our community is that we're transparent. You know, we're fully aware of a lot of the things that happen online in the trading space, and we don't pretend that it's a get-rich-quick scheme. Not only do we talk about the wins, but we're transparent in the times that we don't effectively manage to take money from the market. Just today, we've had 3 individuals that have sent me screenshots that I'm going to put on the screen right now. One of them made £600, the other made £100, the other made £110. And this is just simply by copying the trades and entering them into the app. So it's beginner friendly. We advise risk management, never afford to invest what you're not comfortable to lose. But look, it's an opportunity for anyone who is looking for something that they can get involved in that's really easy for them to do from home.
Excellent. I mean, that for me is what it's about. You've got to buy your assets. You've got to have a good baseline income, whether that's your business, whether that's your working a normal job. But then it gives you a chance to bring more money in, to actually increase your wealth, use that money to buy real estate and actually grow into the next level. So thanks a lot, James. Get in touch. So we got back from the yacht. Great day. We had a party today there where we were networking, meeting with effectively potential people who are bringing money into Dubai from the UK, as well as an investment arm of the business that we're going to be adding soon. So this is going to give people effectively the opportunity, if they haven't potentially got enough money to go and buy real estate, but they don't want to do, but they've got more money than just maybe putting like £100 here, £100 there on trading. So it's like effectively an investment strategy where people can put in £25,000, £30,000. They can get 20 or 25% return over 12 months or 3 years. And there's a big strategy we're going to be rolling out and white labeling with that. So please drop us a DM if you want to learn a bit more about that. It's going to be based on investing in the real estate market in Dubai. So it's going to allow people to effectively get a slice of real estate, but get a guaranteed return rather than waiting or having to sell the properties themselves. For me, the reason we're doing this is because you probably heard, we were talking earlier with my friend James and the trading that I've been doing on the side. So trading is nothing more than a hobby for me. Something I picked up, I copy trade just to basically make a bit of extra income, pay for my bills. I'm all about like multiple income streams, but I just want to explain why and how that works. So if someone is solely doing trading, I think that's wrong unless they're doing really, really big numbers, which some people are. If you are just doing real estate investing, that can be quite slow. So it's good to have some quicker income streams. So that might be the following. You might have some investments where they're giving you returns every 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. These could be kind of hedge funds. These could be crowd funds. These could be investment portfolios that you're investing in, as well as sort of buying real estate that actually gives you quick, fast income. So this could be revenue generating real estate. So what you want to be looking at is high yielding areas. So if you're talking about Dubai, you know that if you buy an apartment to rent out or short let in Business Bay, downtown, areas where there's going to be year-long traffic, high demand, you're going to get a very, very good return on your investment. So if you're talking about getting anywhere between 7, 8, 9, 10% as a rental yield, or if you short let it, you can really push that to 15, 16%, even 20, 25% in some areas. The main thing is that you get a desirable unit that's got maybe half decent view, half decent facilities, is easy access to like the amenities. So somewhere that someone's going to stop over for like 4 or 5 days, walk over to the mall, go over to wherever they want to go over to, where the restaurants are, the hustle and bustle, and be able to dip in and dip out very quickly. They're going to pay good money for rent in a place like that, as opposed to something that's well out the way, doesn't have the attractions, and isn't going to be as desirable. So they're the sort of factors you need to take into account when you're looking for yielding assets in real estate. The other thing is, I think you need to be looking at capital appreciation assets. So for me, we always advise our clients to have quick yielding assets, such as the ones I explained, rentals, short lets, all that sort of stuff. I would recommend investing in different investment funds, different investment returns like crowdfunding, these types of things, because they can give you a steady and stable return on your money. And then of course you've got to build your main income stream. So what is your day-to-day income? So obviously for me it's real estate, the business is real estate. We sell houses. So we sell houses to either investors, we sell houses for homeowners who need to sell them. and get the best price for them in the market, or get the investors the best investments in the market for them. So that gives us the day-to-day business that we do. And then of course I use that money to buy assets, I use that money to invest in assets, I use that money to effectively create wealth. So when we're talking about that, the way I would have it as a perfect setup is you have your day-to-day income, whatever that might be. That could be a job for some people, that could be a business for some people, you could be running a clothes store, you could be running a coffee shop, whatever it might be that gives you that income. Then you would use a portion of that to maybe copy trade if you don't know how to trade yourself. That's going to generate you another few £1,000s a month, depends on how big you get with it. For me, I did £20,000–£25,000 every month for the last 2–3 months. That pays for my bills, pays for general stuff. And then I would be looking at buying and investing in yielding assets, stuff that gives you quick cash flow, quick return, and also generates a reasonable amount of capital appreciation. So the capital appreciation is all about buying something today, what's it going to be worth in 2 years, what's it going to be worth in 5 years. So if you're buying something and it's in a maxed out area, you might be able to get a half decent return on the rent, but the capital growth might not be there. Whereas if you position your investment somewhere where we know the market's going, where it's heading, then these areas are where you're going to find that if you buy in 2 years, 3 years time, your investment, your property you own could have gone up 15%, 20%, 30%. We know many people who have literally bought in at an area very early on off plan. We've advised them on exactly where that market's going, where they're going to make the money, and then 8–9 months later they made £150–200,000, some of them even £250,000 net profit just from getting in early. So some of the areas we've seen, even parts of Business Bay, but that was a bit more historical. Downtown still has some good growth. The thing with downtown, people think it's completely maxed out, but it's not. If you compare it to other major cities, your kind of Londons where you've got or New York, and you see what they're getting, pound per square foot, and then you compare what you get in downtown, it's still well below what London, Paris, New York, all these kind of cities are actually getting. So there's a lot of growth still in downtown. It's still a very good place to buy, very good place to invest, very good place to rent out. And of course, they're extending the mall even further. So that's going to make it an even bigger tourist hotspot. And it's a stone's throw, of course, from, not far, 10 minutes, 15 minutes from the new airport that's going in, Al Maktoum. And then you've, of course, got other nearby attractions and short drives, DIFC's nearby as well, which is a financial centre. So there's just so much that's still yet to happen around downtown, of course, with the major attraction being the Burj Khalifa and the mall itself. So you've got to really look at what these areas are going to give you and what type of investment they're going to give you. It's not about them all, one being right, one being wrong. It's about which box does that tick, and you should have them all. You should have some that you're sitting on and you're not expecting anything, a little bit like a high interest savings account. You pay the off plan off. So obviously, a good area that we're advising people, you've probably seen on the social media, is Al Marjan Island, which is going to be Ras Al Khaimah. So the Wynn Casino is opening there. That's going to, now they're starting to release the media, and the spike of interest is really going through the roof now. There's branded residences like Nikki Beach, Ushuaia, Nobu, among some to name, JW Marriott, The Address. And these are all beautiful branded residences that, of course, notoriously in all the other areas they've been in, have seen huge occupancy rates, massive capital appreciation. And of course, what do you think is going to happen around the world's largest casino to ever be built? The first casino ever to be built in the UAE. Probably the most accessible casino for most countries, because they're going to be a 5 to 8 hour flight from pretty much everywhere. That makes it a lot more attractive to go to than maybe Las Vegas, but with all the attractions of Las Vegas, I would imagine there's going to be a lot of sporting events that are going to then follow. I can't imagine that Riyadh season's not going to be using Ras Al Khaimah. I can't imagine that the boxing, of course, with Riyadh season is going to go there. I know they're starting to bring football matches. Riyadh season just signed a deal with La Liga, which is obviously the top flight Spanish league. I would imagine they're going to be hosting games in the Arab Emirates. all this stuff is going to start building in and around the casino. If you just look at Las Vegas and what that attracts, and then you look at the UAE in general and the sport it's attracting and the kind of interest there, there's no reason why these couldn't double in value over the next 3 to 5 years. So if you're spending, you know, $2 million, then there's no reason why that's not going to give you about $4 million plus a crazy rental yield over the next few years. So for me, you've got to have everything. You've got to have that quick money to pay the bills. You've got to have that income generating investment property or properties that are going to give you a nice rental yield that's going to drop in your account every month with some reasonable capital appreciation. You want that £500,000 flat to be worth £600,000 in 18 months. Times that by 10 and you've made £1 million. Plus, you also want the bigger, slower moving but higher capital appreciation assets, which, as I said, could be around Ras Al Khaimah, could be around even areas like Dubai South, Meydan, these types of places where we know in a few years they're going to be absolutely huge. And yeah, I think that like multiple income streams is a bit of a cliche because people often go down that route, but I don't think they understand that you've got to have that stable income to be able to allow you to make those purchases. So just don't get drawn into chasing too many rabbits. Concentrate on the main one first. Build that, don't spend your money on shit, and make sure that you're then using and making that into your first investment. That then becomes an income generator, and you're of course going to grow some wealth with the asset growing in value, and then go for the next one and the next one and the next one. And in 5 to 10 years time, you should have generated some serious wealth. Plus you'll probably be further on in your career earning a lot more money, and you know, you can build something pretty special. So yeah, the yacht day was nice. There's a lot of people spending a lot of money here in Dubai, especially from the UK. And as I said, multiple income streams, but with a proper foundation. That's the best advice I could give anyone. So thanks for listening, guys, and joining. Please click the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you next week.